What is going on in Europe right now? I'm going to repeat that. What is going on in Europe right now? So I do spend a little bit of time here and there on Twitter, and just off the bat, Twitter is an absolute cesspool of a platform. A lot of it, so much of it is just junk and just out there stuff that I do not want to see. But of the stuff that I do want to read and the stuff and the news that you do want to see, a lot of it right now is on Europe and the energy crisis that they seem to be experiencing. And I want to show you a couple of the things that I've been looking at. So just off the bat, Twitter is often a platform that sensationalizes media to get clicks, to get views, and to make money. But on the other hand, it can be a platform that gives you a good feel for what's going on in the ground level of things, what's happening on the ground level. So let's take a look at some things that I've been seeing going on in Europe right now when it comes to the energy prices, because it's very interesting. So this is an interesting video here. Stores turning off lights in Rome due to 500% increase in power bills. Some are also turning off their refrigerators and removing those type of food items because it costs too much to keep them cold. Yeah, well, where I'm from, that is basically unheard of. To turn off your lights, to turn off like your refrigerator to save energy prices, that is interesting. Like that shows you that prices are getting very high in particular parts of Europe, actually most of Europe, as we'll see soon. So another article, Spain to cut VAT on gas bills to ease inflation impact. So they're cutting tax on gas to make it cheaper and make sure that inflation isn't so high. This article I found even probably one of the most interesting. Michelin-starred chef Tom Kerridge says the energy bill at his UK pub has jumped from £60,000 to £420,000 per Bloomberg. So that is what, 7 times? 6 times 7 is 42? 7 times increase in energy prices. So just to run his probably quite high class pub, it costs the same amount it would cost to buy a house just to run his pub. 7 times increase, that is nuts. So I guess that we can say on the ground level, at least for what I'm seeing on my different socials, is that energy prices in Europe, is it getting out of hand? It's getting close to getting out of hand. And this next video I'm about to show you will give you a very good idea of how much energy prices have actually increased. So 2017, this is around normal inflation, right? Normal inflation levels. 2018, same. 2020, some deflationary periods. And 2021 is where we see that switch. And then end of 2021, things start getting very, very high in terms of Europe's energy inflation. Inflation is just an increase in prices in terms of energy costs. Look how high it is in late 2021, early 2022. And July 2022, you can see how high all of these countries are. Norway, Belgium, Denmark, France, Germany, very high, the UK. One of the interesting things that I thought about when I saw this video was that we saw these energy price increases even before the Ukraine-Russian war. So the Ukraine-Russian war started in February 2022. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. You can fact check me. I don't mind that. Fact check me. But even before February 2022, we were seeing high inflation in terms of energy prices. The change started in 2021. That was when the change started. And then halfway through 2021, we start seeing these prices creep up and up and up and up. So late 2021, even before the Ukraine-Russian war, prices are getting very high in terms of energy. I mean, this image here gives you another different example of what's going on. So yeah, 2021 was when that crazy increase in prices in, what's this, electricity prices just shot up massively. So the big question is, what has caused this massive increase in energy prices? And there's different people that are saying different things, but one thing that people are saying is a big contributor is the Russian-Ukraine war and the fact that Europe can no longer buy most of its energy from Russia anymore because they're trying to support Ukraine. So I saw some interesting facts on it. So some countries in Europe rely quite heavily on Russian gas, who of course, because of the war, they haven't been able to get as much gas from Russia. And thus, gas flows from Russia are down more than 75% from its normal flow. So they have to go to other countries and source this gas and this energy from other countries where it is much more expensive. And at least according to this guy's research, they have paid 6.5 times more the regular amount to fill up their storage. So they have been able to get energy and they have been able to get gas, but they've just paid a lot higher price for it. But I'm not fully convinced that all of these price increases are coming from Russia, because the price increases started way before the actual Russian-Ukraine war. And that brings me on to the other big thing that people are saying has caused this, which is that anti-fossil fuel policies. So the big and powerful elites have put in place anti-fossil fuel policies, which has discouraged using fossil fuels for the use of energy, which has in turn shot up prices throughout Europe. So I think this is a big contributor as well to these crazy price increases that we're seeing. And some countries in Europe are just not taking what's going on. If we take a look at Naples and Italy, they're actually burning their energy bills. So some people are burning their energy bills. Let's take a look. And so I don't speak any Italian, but apparently they're shouting, "We don't pay the bills, now it will be chaos." In Naples, they don't joke. It's a bit of a weird thing to say, we don't pay the bills. You're not exactly looking for a solution. You're just saying, we're not going to pay the bills and let there be chaos. Like, can you not try and search for a solution instead of just not paying the bills? I don't know how much of this is actually the fault of energy companies. They're not just shooting up the price to make more money. It's actually the result of economic policies and economic conditions. So it doesn't really look like they're looking for much of a solution. They're just protesting. Anyway, another very interesting example, even more extreme. Take a look at this one. This is in the Czech Republic. Look at how big this protest is. That's a lot of people. It says massive demonstration in Prague in the Czech Republic against the government, soaring prices and the energy crisis. Protesters threaten strike and coercive action if government doesn't resign by September the 25th. And then I saw in the comments section that apparently this isn't actually a massive protest in the Czech Republic in terms of scale for the Czech Republic. Apparently it's not the biggest. It does look big, but that is very interesting. And one of the things that they're protesting for is they don't want to be involved in the Russian-Ukraine war because it's affecting themselves too much. It's affecting the prices that they have to pay in terms of energy because they can no longer source the energy from Russia for cheap amounts. So that is a very, very interesting quagmire of a condition to be in, because on one hand, you want to support the Ukraine people, but then your energy prices soar up like nothing else. And on the other hand, while you could stay neutral in terms of the Russian-Ukraine war, and maybe your energy prices will probably go down a bit, But, you know, it's kind of balancing the two. I think I know which one I'd pick, but then again, I don't know what it's like to be poor in a different country and have very high utility bills.